Hello guys, wait, I don't think I recorded that. Hello guys, and welcome to OpenTTD. And today this tutorial is going to be how to make the bling, how to make the money, how to afford that gold stuff. So let's quickly generate a map here. It doesn't particularly matter. There we go, generate. Now there's quite a few ways you can make money. Holy crap, this is big. Let's go all the way down to where you can find two cities that are pretty close together and have a decent size to them. So as you can see, there's a 2,000 near to a 1,000, so that's a good place to start off. So what I always do is I go into here and I borrow more money. I don't know what year I started on here. I started off in 2005. So I've got access to a bit more stuff than usual, but it doesn't matter. Now, as you can see, what you want with this blue influence bar is to be able to cover as much area as possible. Sometimes it's a bit easier. Yeah, sometimes you need to destroy a bit of road, and this does cause them to get angry with you, but it should be fine. So I will start with trains, because they're quick and easy to set up, and they do bring in a lot of chow. So here we go. Let's just quickly connect this up. So you get out the largest line possible, and then you build it up. Obviously, as soon as your company starts making profit and stuff like that, you're allowed to take out a bigger loan, and eventually you can just repay it back, and then you don't need to worry about it. So this is how I say to make money: is you set up between two large cities of decent size. I'd probably say above 1,000, and then you get a train. Now, of course, trains are expensive, but they do make up the money in the long run. So I'm going to go for this dash diesel, because the thing is, you don't necessarily need a fast speed when it's short. You need to really look at the max reliability and what their lifespan is. If they've got larger lifespan, then they might be worth it. Because this is only 48% reliable, I'm going to go for the dash, even though it's only got 15 years. So best thing to do is set up some passengers with a bit of mail capacity as well. That way, you're selling off two cargoes with the same train, and you don't have to worry about stuff like that. Now, so as you can see, that's quickly going. Now, another way to make money is supplying industry. So, but the problem is that you don't want to be carrying, all this stuff for miles. So you need to find stuff that's relatively close, which is why it's easier to do it with cities, because cities are usually close together depending on how you set up the game. So, as you can see, this is pretty close. So I'm going to set up this train station just here. Now, I don't usually start off with industry and stuff like that. I don't think it's a good way to make money. So I'm going to go find a different city here and set up there. So I'm going to go over here. There we go. Now, one thing that you want to try to do is get a central thing, but they're pretty difficult to get, because it's just, you have to get it right in the central of the city, and it's a bitch. Now, I'm just going to quickly destroy this pond. That's probably going to make them really upset. There we go. See, unfortunately what you need to do is you also need a good relationship with these cities eventually. But I'll go in that in greater detail. This is just how to make money. This is how I make money, setting up between this stuff. Now, another thing you can do to make money is to use subsidies, which are, no, that's not it. Where is it? It's just here. So you see here, subsidies, and this will tell you what people want and when you have to do it by. And then if you do it good, you do a good job, you get more money out of it because the council pays for it, or the local authority as it's called in here. So let's quickly set up a train here. So hopefully this gives you an idea. Now, you might think on the actual website it tells you to start with buses, but I don't agree with that, because buses do make a huge loss eventually. They make like £100 loss because there's not enough people there, and it gets really annoying to do. So I like starting off with trains, because if I go over here, I click on this train just here, look, there's 200 people waiting, and as you can see, I've made £1,000 in profit already, and that's going to keep getting higher. And look, there's quite a bit of thing waiting there, so that's good. So anyway, let's find a subsidy that I can do. So from cart bridge, to here. Okay, that's simple enough. Now, it doesn't matter what kind of surface you set up to fulfill this, but I'm just going to do it for train because I like trains. Now, I want to see if I can set up a central thing. Is this central? I think once you get something that's got a central in its name, it's got a huger capacity, you know, it's got a quicker rate of passengers going into it, I believe. Can't prove it, but I believe that's the difference between central and stuff like that. So if you got like woods and stuff, you don't get as many people there. You got stuff that's, you know, got a large influence and stuff like that. So I'm not using the latest version of OpenTTD, so I don't know what they've changed. They might have changed a lot of stuff, they might not have changed the goddamn thing, but, you know, I'm guessing making money is exactly the same. So there we go. Once I quickly do this, then I can, so let's buy this, a couple of passengers, and a couple of mail carts. That's what I always do with all my trains, so I give it passenger and mail car. Passengers are one of the easiest ways to make money, but there is something that makes a bit more money, but I don't know if I'll be able to show that off, unless there is an oil derrick somewhere, which I don't think they've spawned in yet. Oil derricks take a while to spawn in, but once they do, it's a real effective way to make some money. Also, another way to make money is like, you see like these kind of cities that are like over one side of the river, and you're like, oh, how do I get that from this side to this side? Well, my friend, it's called hover travel. Because boats are a pretty effective way of making cash. So if I find a city, like, look, a city that's just here, 3,000, and there's no way I can supply it to any of this stuff, can I? No way. Not hoping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up boat transport. Because boats are a good way to make some money as well. They're expensive, but you'll probably find that they work out well in the long run. There we go. And then this way, now I'm just going to put this, it doesn't particularly matter where I put this, but let's put it there. There we go. And the best boat, I think, is the hovercraft, because it's pretty quick and it's got a large lifespan. Now I really hope this is close enough so that I can actually send it over here. Good. Right, there you go. Now another useful thing is to have more than one going. You know, you shouldn't just have one thing going to one thing. You need to mix it up. Obviously, for train services, that's between one city. You know, like that. One train is good enough because eventually there's not going to be enough people there to be able to support it. So, as you can see here, have I done this wrong? To trim the bridge. Yeah. Oh, but the train hasn't made it there yet. Okay. So once that's done, the subsidies should be filled. But as you can see, you lose quite a lot of money with trains, but you should be making a shit ton of profit eventually. Once it's delivered its first passengers, it should come up with, you know, thingy fulfilled. Now the problem is that you want to try to avoid hills and stuff because it just slows down the train. The quicker the route is, the more money you're going to make from it because, you know, a lower maintenance cost on the train. I suppose that's what you call it, maintenance. So let's see if I get this subsidy then. Should come up as soon as yeah, there we go, look. Until August 2006. So let's just quickly fast forward then and get to that time period and see what they say. If you've done a good enough job. That's also something to do. Once you've set up a nice little business, you know, put it on fast forward, let it go. Obviously online you can't do that. But on this, it doesn't particularly matter. So as you can see, I've made minus 82,000 quid. Now, another thing that you need to constantly do on OpenTTD is to constantly expand. If you don't constantly expand, eventually this will slowly dip down, and you won't be making a goddamn thing. So once you upon year, it will slowly go down and down and down and down and down and down and down. But as you can see, I've made a bit of money here, and I'm coming up to August. Alright. So let's see. Yeah, there we go, and it's done. So I'm pretty sure that sometimes if you do a good enough job, they'll triple your credit and stuff like that. It comes up in newspapers. I don't know if I fast forward and missed it. But should we check on these boats, see how well they're doing? So let's have a look. Yeah, see, profit this year, 23,000 quid. 23,000. That's why you want boats, and this makes 25,000. So boats are a pretty effective way. Let's have a look how many people are waiting. See, there's only 16 there. But you go over to the other, and there's 1,000 people waiting there, because it's such a big city that you can make a shit ton of money out of it. And obviously, you might also want a bus service here. I just want to show off that buses don't make a lot of money, and that they're the probably worst thing you can start building up. I don't like road travel. Like, if you've got like something that's practically right next to each other, then yeah, it's probably worth it because it's really short distance. But you can carry a lot more on trains. You can carry a lot more on boats. So they're not as good as people like them to be. So there we go. We got that there. So I need this to try to be central. So can I build this? Building must be demolished first. Now, this is the weird thing, they allow you to demolish stuff. There we go. So as you can see, this is central. Now if I just get a bus depot up. So as you can see, I've already made a fuck ton of money. And I've only done a goddamn thing. Also make sure that you... Is that not connected? Oh, it was connected. You just have to be, you just have to check sometimes. Because if not, buses get stuck. So, as you can see, there's quite a lot of things here that you can build. But I'm going to go for the Foster bus. It's a bit more expensive, but it's got a larger reliability. So this is how you make money. So once I get this bus going, I'll show you that it's not as good as people like me to believe. So, as you can see, these guys have made 29,000 quid last year, and have made 10,000 this year. Of course, that's not going to last. This is why you need to expand. See, but the problem with buses is that they're pretty slow. That you know, they will start making a bit of a profit, but I just want to prove to you that they're not as good as the game would like you to believe. Because like, if you max out your loan and get 300,000 quid and start building trains, you'll notice a difference, and obviously ship transport. But if I go find this train, I'll show you how much money it's made. So this train has made 36,000 quid, so it's doing better than the hovercraft. So then, we're going to compare it with the bus. Let's just fast forward a bit. Obviously I'm going to give it a bit more time because obviously I've done it halfway through the year. So as you can see, I've made 129,000 quid this year. If this was real life, oof, I'd be a millionaire. Well, it'd be glorious. So I don't know how long this tutorial video is going on for, but let's hope that it's not going on for too long. So there we go. Let's see how much money this bus has made. Yeah, 161 quid this year. Oh no, that was last year. This year it's 600 quid. That's really bad. So you see, you don't get a lot of money out of buses, so I say avoid them. But it's your choice, it's your call. Hopefully this helped you guys out. Hopefully you understand a bit more about the game. You want to try to get central buildings and try to fill the subsidies here, because then you get a bit more cash for it. So hope you've enjoyed this tutorial video on how to make money, and hopefully you leave a like and you subscribe to the channel for further tutorials. Bye guys. Love. Bye guys.